I'm inside and I saw Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse. It is directed by Bob Persichetti, and if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. By the way, I have that Gwen mask, but I'm wearing a wig, so it won't fit over the wig, so you got me. You got me now. So anyway, this is a movie. This is a Spider-Man movie. My first exposure to it is that I remember the big hype around it. Back in 2018 when it was coming out, I was like, oh yeah, hey, it's a Spider-Man movie, and they're doing all this Spider-Verse stuff. And I remember seeing the trailers and really liking the animation. I think I've seen this movie since then, like probably 2 or 3 times. So I've seen this movie. This movie starts, we're following Miles Morales, okay? This guy is cool. He's like, I'm like no other Spider-Man. I'm Miles Morales. I'm like, cool. Your dad's a cop. He's a very protective father. He even stops you in the front of the school. He stops you in front of the school to say, hey, you gotta say I love you. Wow, what cringe. What a cringy father. Doesn't this suck how cringe out that Miles Morales is in this movie? So much so, he's like, I don't even want to be near you, father. That's pretty much the vibe that I got throughout the entire movie of Miles Morales. I do like how we have Miles Morales that just got his powers. He's learning the hang of them. And he meets this chick, Gwen. And it's like, okay, that's a weird chick. Also, she's a spider chick? What? Okay, why are there multiple Spider-Men? And this movie, I think, really pushes that information. The whole multiple spider people thing, it pushes it at a good, well enough pace where when I'm introduced to Gwen and I'm like, oh wow, I can't believe it's Gwen, oh my goodness, and she's a spider, oh wow, that's cool, I want to see the other Spider-Mans. So what's interesting is we have a bunch of spider guys. I really like the scene of them swinging through the trees. I'm kind of just skipping around in this movie review, but I really like the scene where they go swoo, shoo, 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 they're swinging, and then it was a comedic moment. I'm like, oh, you're bad at swinging, haha, you're bad at swinging, but you'll get the hang of it. You'll get the hang of it. You know what I mean? You'll be good. You'll get good eventually. Oh no, there's a collider. Here, USB drive, destroy the collider. Friggin' Peter Parker to save your life. Miles Morales, dude, like, you were royally screwed against Kingpin, and then this guy be like, hey, here you go. Oh wow, I'm a little bit injured. Oh wow, I'm dying now. And then he dies, and then the very first part, the way that the movie sets it up, the way that the movie sets up like all the depths and such, I'm just like, whoa. Dude, it's awesome. There's just so much character within all these characters. It just, I feel like I'm watching people. I'm watching some sort of soap opera with well-developed characters. They're doing a good job, being realistic. And so I do like how we have a bunch of spider guys. Oh no, they're in the wrong universe. It means they're gonna die. And they're going to deteriorate. Hey, we have the little pesky issue. How about we bring in more spider people? And wow, they're all deteriorating too. Who knew? Also, I really like the reveal of Aaron, his uncle, being the Prowler. I like that a lot. I found that to be fun because he's so close with his uncle. And now this guy's freaking uncle is his main villain. As is the case with any Spider-Man movie, they're always the closest to you is the villain of Spider-Man movies. I mean, he had to deal with the Green Goblin a little bit, but honestly, I like the Prowler versus Miles arc. And I really like how Miles' dad was like caught in collateral damage, and we had to like go through this really trippy dimension thing to help save him. I found that to be pretty fun. I enjoyed that part. Also, one of the Spider-Man sacrifices himself, that was pretty neat. Good job, guy. I mean, Who am I to say good job? Because you're dead. You want to hear my good jobs? You don't care that I said good job for sacrificing yourself. No. You don't get to hear any of my praises. Doesn't that just suck? Don't you wish you were alive now? But then you wouldn't get any of my praises. It's a catch-22. Is that what that phrase means? Could you put a screen what catch-22 is? I keep hearing that phrase, but I've never known what it means. I enjoyed this movie thoroughly. I really like the arc with his father. He gets a little bit closer with his father, which is nice. He should. And also freaking Miles be like, oh wow, I feel like I have some homies. I got some spider peoples, and wow, I have to be alone in this dimension, or else other spider people would kind of deteriorate. If they were to hang out with me. You know what? I'd rather just accept the fact that I just have to take responsibility, and that's what Miles does. So I appreciate that. This movie, when I first watched it, was pretty impactful. I enjoyed it. And then I was like, I don't know if I've seen Into the Spiderverse, because I forgot. So I watched it again. You know, it's a fun movie. It's colorful. The animation is incredibly, what's it called? Advanced in it's creative. I wouldn't comment on the technology, but I would say I do like how creative the animation is. In terms, like, there's a lot of like comic book panels on the TV, and they're animated, and it's like, oh, it's so pretty. All the color palettes, they're doing well. They match well. I really appreciate the color palette work. This movie has colors. Based on the colors alone and like the intentional use of them and how good they're used. Because if you have so many colors, you can use them poorly, and then, you know, it would suck. It'll look like trash. But this movie does not look like trash. The colors are good. Good colors. Important for a movie. Very important for establishing emotional connections. There's a lot of heartbreaking moments in this movie. There's a lot of them. And I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed all the moments. The acting's fine. It was enough for me to feel emotional at the emotional parts. Like when he has to save his dad. That was tense. There's a lot of tension in this movie. You know, I just think this movie is pretty overall pretty well done. So I gotta give this movie like a solid, it gets like an 8.4 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. YouTube really likes that. If you want to fast track a movie review, you can do that for $20 redeems at patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you'd like to help with the daily grind of all them daily movie reviews, go to this link tree, find the way you can help support the daily grind of all them daily movie reviews. So you can go here. And until next time, inside, I say this to my side, quit on the big bits. You know what I'm going to try to do? I'm going to try to climb the wall to get out of here. Wish me luck. Well, that won't work. I guess I'll just leave the traditional way. See you later.